In the morning, we would head to morning tone setters where we would get rewarded with treats. Chief also would ask us to look out for certain things throughout the day. Chief also expected 4,000% of energy and effort.
Voice is a program that helps you find a career and also helps you find programs where you can go study for your dream job. And it helps you find all the finances and how much money you're going to need.
In the wavelength class, we learned about different types of waves, like constructive waves and disruptive waves. We learned that constructive waves get bigger, and if it deals with light, the light gets brighter. And when we had disruptive waves, the light gets dimmer. We also learned what the highest point on a wavelength is called, and it's called the amplitude, and the length between the amplitudes is called the wavelength.
In Math 201, applying math on Mars, we use graphs to plot points using the equation y equals mx plus b. We learned how to convert units of measure from inches to feet, milliseconds to seconds, and centimeters to meters. We learned how to find distance by multiplying rate and time. We learned how to find rate by dividing distance and time, and we learned how to find time by dividing distance by rate.
In our physics presentation, the presenter, Tom, showed us multiple experiments. When the electrostatic generator was used, we learned that when energy transfers over, it's called momentum. The presenter told us that they study the universe and break down atoms. Later, he then showed us the inertia experiment with a pencil, wooden ring, and a glass bottle.
The atom gas sources made colored lines when looking at the different lights through the spectrometer. Here are some common wavelengths. Blue equals 473 nanometers, green equals 510 nanometers, yellow equals 570 nanometers, and red equals 650 nanometers.
In sports laboratory, they worked on bats and baseballs. They put the baseballs in a cannon and shot it out at 93 miles per hour. They also would put the baseballs in a room for 2 weeks before they could test them. They would also test bats, and they would try to find the sweet spot to hit it. Also break it in so it can be a good bat. They would use a machine that lets you put in the bat and would squeeze it and roll it up to break the fibers.
For Math 301, we had to calculate angles for our robot to rotate left or right, as well as the lines our robot had to travel. To find distance, you multiply rate and time. To find an angle, you multiply rotation rate and time. To find rotation rate, you divide angle by time. To find time, you divide angle by rotation rate. We also learned how to convert milliseconds to seconds. We plugged in the data into the commands and into the robot.